Are these the most comfortable sneakers out there? Let's find out. Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Thanks a lot for stopping by and checking out the channel once again. I'm Devagaro, your host, and today I have a very special review in store. But before, please remember to subscribe if you haven't done so. That really helps and powers the channel a lot. And also hit the notification bell as well as hitting the like button if you find these videos are of value. Let's start off by looking at the box. We have a standard Yeezy 380 box. On the side, you have your Boost branding. Then if you flip it up, there's a 380 there, pretty much the newest model. And then on the side, we have, or let's say on the rear side, we have the sticker that gives you all the details like the code, the color blocking, and some of those nice little goodies. The pepper colorway comes in a combination of two different tones in your upper prime knit colors. So you have a baby blue that's very, very light, and you also have this dark gray resembling a brown. So these are the two colors. Perhaps you can see them over here. Let me see if I can pan a little bit closer. So you can see pretty much how it looks up close. And when you look at it from the side, it's very interesting because on the mid side, on the mid panel, you have this monofilament window, which is out of mesh. It's a mesh type material, and it has like a rust brownish type of a color. And it's very interesting because if you look at the other side, and I'm just placing it over here, that's very cool that you have two different types of windows, one for the inner side and the other one for the outer side. So on the inner side, as you can see over here, it's not just like the outer one, because it actually has interwoven on this monofilament window. It also has prime knit. So it's very interesting what they came up with. So it's one of those things that they're mixing up the different designs. Now moving up to the upper side of the shoe, we have the shoelaces, which feature the Infinity shoelaces system. It has this little rubber cover on top, and up to now I hadn't seen anybody do this, but if you just pull it to the side over here, you can see that there is a cross stitch for the tips of the shoelaces. So you can just unstitch that, and then you'll be able to replace these shoelaces with the spare ones that I'm gonna show you in just a moment. As I was saying, Yeezy did throw in an extra pack of shoelaces, which I am really enjoying a lot. I think that it's long overdue. Yeezy should be coming with at least a couple of different shoelaces, and these are super cool. These are very dope. These come in the red tone. I think that if we just put these on the peppers, it's just gonna be so cool. It's just gonna be so great because you're gonna have the full pepper experience, as I would call it. And I think that as soon as these go on feet for my day-to-day, I'm definitely gonna swap them with the red shoelaces. So let me know in the comment section down below if you prefer red shoelaces or the standard laces that the shoe comes with. Now, when we look at the ankle section, we have this elastic material that it wraps around your ankle and it just secures it. So some people do enjoy that, some others don't. This is I would say this is one of the main differences or departures from the Yeezy 350 V2 line, where this one is more narrow and it hugs the ankle, whereas the V2 350s are actually open. So that's one of the main differences. Now moving to the midsole, it's a very interesting shoe because this midsole incorporates a dark grayish or dark purple type of a tone. And if you look up close, it has some ridges through the middle of the midsole, if that makes any sense at all. But as you see it close, if you look at it closer, you can see these ridges. So I think that that's a very nice effect with the translucent midsole. And as you guys know or may not know, but it incorporates a full boost throughout the whole midsole, which is making this sneaker, in my humble opinion, the most comfortable sneaker out there. And I'm not kidding. I know that's a bold statement, but if you try these are extremely, by far, hands down, the most comfortable sneaker that I've ever tried so far. Okay, now let's move on to the details around the release. The Peppers dropped in Europe on September 12th, and they actually dropped almost a week after on the 18th in the US. Now, one more thing that's important to note is that when these released, not necessarily on the same day, but they released with a second version. And you have these that are the non-reflectives, and you also have a reflective version. So the reflective version is obviously more limited and has higher demand. Now let's talk a little bit about pricing. These have a very interesting price tag because they're not quite as 700s and they're not like Yeezy 350 V2s. So these retailed at $230 with the reflective version retailing at $250. Now let's talk to the other important point, which is what the aftermarket is showing us right now. And in the aftermarket, these are definitely not performing at all. In fact, they are right now around a little bit under, or quite maybe like $20 under retail. It depends the shoe size, but I would highly recommend that you get these only if you want them for personal or you also find them extremely comfortable. I would not snatch a pair for resale or even more pairs, not at all, because like I said, they're not really performing that well. So one of two things can happen. Number one is you might hold on to them for a while, or two, which is even worse, you might actually even have to exit with a hit. So, you know, it's not really worth it. Maybe you can put your hard-earned euros or dollars or whatever currency you have in a better investment or another type of sneaker that is definitely gonna hold on to its value in a better way. Now's the time to talk about sizing. As always, you know the ritual. I always suggest everybody trying a pair if you can before purchasing them, just to make sure that they fit well. Now, when it gets to specific sizing, I suggest half size up, which is a traditional route that you would also take with the V2 350s. Cool, so now let's go ahead and throw these on feet so you guys have a better perspective of the Yeezy Pepper 380s. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. I really enjoyed this review a lot. Thank you so much for sticking around and always supporting the channel. Please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell and the like button. And also, I would really like to know, as always, What do you think about these shoes that we discussed today? Is there any room for improvement in terms of the aftermarket? Do you think they're going to recover? Or is this a pair that you would only like for personal? Or even let me know what you think about the color blocking. Are the colors standard Yeezy colors? Are these colors that you would rock or not? And one more thing that's very important, going back to pricing, I would suggest, given the prices in the secondary market, I would suggest that if you really want to go for these, you try going after the reflectives, because now the reflectives are pretty much at the same level price as the non-reflectives at retail. So just keep that in mind in case you're interested. And with that, you guys are now debriefed, and we have officially declassified the Yeezy 380 Peppers. And with that, we bring it to a close. But remember, always fresh, never stress. See you next time.